Hey everybody, Laura St. John here from Strong Confident Living, day 20 of our 21-day reset. I am so excited to broadcast this. It is about reflection. It is about the down spiral versus up spiral. This has a major impact on how you reflect on your past. This is really good, even especially for new people who are joining in. Even on how to reflect now at the end of 2017. I'm gonna take it a deeper dive. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of Strong Confident Living. We are a lifestyle community of fitness, nutrition, and mindset. We take those three things together, we weave them together to up spiral people's lives one dot at a time. Thanks for being here. I'm about to hop on an airplane to New Jersey, but I had to broadcast this. Harry, New Jersey, in the house. I'm coming your way. So guys, this is an important thing that happens over the course of 2017, over the course of the last 20 days of this 21-day reset. You had basically a coin to drop every single day that you took action. And you either took action, and I want you to really think about this during the last 20 days, and then I want you to actually think about it for all of 2017. So thank you. So basically in the last 20 days, you've made progress in one direction or other. Hopefully it was in the up spiral, right? Not the down spiral. And let's just assume that, but I want you to take notice, because the juicy stuff in life, like I always equate it to baking a cake, okay? When you make a cake, you have some salt, a pinch of salt, okay? You don't just put sugar in the cake. Those salty days are sometimes down here. Maybe the day you didn't go to the gym and you thought it was a negative day, the day you're like kicking yourself for not working out or doing something that you wanted to do, a day that you thought was a down day. Then you dropped another coin and you said, you know what? Because of that day, it actually encouraged me more to work out this day, and that's an up day. Or maybe down here you overdid it, at a party or whatever, but that encouraged you for the next thing to even, bounce and do other things, whichever days, it doesn't matter, because now you're looking back and what you realize is that throughout the course of the 20 days that we've had so far, or throughout the course of your life, your 2017, it is all about reflection and perspective. And I want to ask you, have you ever had anything in your life that seemed like the worst thing that was happening to you, but a year or 2 or 3 years, sometimes even later, you're like, oh, that's why that happened. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't have met this person, gone on that path, and completely changed the trajectory of my life. So that's what happens sometimes on a bigger scale, but we're gonna do it on a smaller scale, because the juicy stuff, those everyday moments, make up your change. They make up your progress. And every day, just like, you have to experience sometimes the down to appreciate the up. But it's so important now at the end of the 21 days where we're here and you're like, well, do I look back? I've gained a different perspective, just like you may have if you've had a significant emotional event in your life and it was years ago and you've now gained perspective on it. Okay, something big. But now I want you to zero it in and say, well, now we're just taking this 21-day reset and I'm gonna reflect on my progress. I'm gonna take a look, and this is going to, hey Ralph, determine whether I'm headed down or up. Well, let me look back now, because I've gained some new perspective. I started talking nicer to myself. I started weaving in the Simple 6 meal plan. Maybe I started this Isagenix thing. Whatever it is that you guys have started to implement, it doesn't mean that we sweep away or even just forgive ourselves and move on from the down days. A lot of people are just like, oh, forgive yourself or be grateful for. That's great. If you could get to a point that you can have gratitude in every single day, even the down days, that's awesome. The number one step though, on those down days, like the day you might have overdone it or the day you didn't go to work out but you wanted to, it never helps you to look back on them and pull forward the punishment, pull forward the negativity. So it's important now at the end of our 21-day reset that we do this reflection exercise. And I want you to go back since December 1st and really think about some of the days that may have been your downs, right? Maybe the days you thought you were down spiraling or possibly throwing in the towel. And I want you to flip it. Okay, so it's like maybe that was a negative day, but what could you make, how do you own it? Be like, you know what? I didn't. All right, I didn't go to the gym, and then I own that feeling. I want to flip it to the positive. Because I didn't go, it really encouraged me to recognize like how important and productive I feel when I actually sweat, even if it's just for 15 minutes, right? So go back now as you've shifted, because maybe here on this day, you didn't have that perspective. But now that you've done this for 21 days with us or 20 days with us, you've gained some perspective. So you can shift, and now you're like, I couldn't flip that coin before to the positive, but now I can. So that's the point of this exercise, is to go back 2017, go back the last 20 days and say, you know what? I thought I was down spiraling, or I thought I was stuck, but now I could look back, and even if I don't want to forgive myself or forgive what I did or be grateful for it, I could at least flip it to the positive now and say, because of that, I did this. And you can just start shifting your perspective in that direction. Also recognize and celebrate all the ups you had. You know, the more ups that you have, the more that up spiral direction happens. But the best part of the downs, kind of like the cake analogy, is when you're baking a cake, I always say, you know, it's the salt that makes it pop. You know, when I add a little pinch of salt to different recipes, you know, those salty days, if you just had tons of salt in the cake, it would taste really bad. But also, if it was only sweet and only sugar, it would be too sweet. You wouldn't appreciate it. So look at the salty days as the days that make the good pop even more. And then recognize how all of those things can pull you towards the up spiral. So don't sweep it under the carpet. That used to be like a habit of mine, being like, didn't like that down day. I'm just gonna stuff it down here, put it under the carpet, pretend it didn't happen. No, you can face it and you can own it. Also release the pressure of it a little bit, because what happens is if you're still feeling the pressure when you look backwards on some of these down moments, if you're still, can't see it. Okay, if you're still feeling the pressure on your back, you're holding a burden and it's not yours to hold. Go back and shift again to that bigger thing in life that maybe happened 3 or 5 or 10 years ago, and how your perspective shifted on it now. And recognize that in any given moment, you're exactly where you're meant to be right now. And you don't need to figure it all out. You don't have to. So even if you look back perplexed on some of those down days, being like, I don't know why that actually happened. I don't need to know. I don't need to have that pressure, because that's me trying to control the pieces. Release the control. There's stuff outside of your control, and just recognize if you're not ready to flip it, don't flip it. Here's how you know you're not ready to flip it to the positive, is when you look back and your perspective has not yet shifted. If you're still standing today feeling that same icky feeling that you felt here the day that you may have overdone it at the party or didn't go to the gym, if it's pulling up the same emotion for you, then don't force the flip. Recognize, just let it be. Just let that coin be. Just be like, all right, it's still down there. I'm just gonna leave it there, because just like other things in life, it'll work itself out. I don't exactly know. I don't know. I'm just gonna be okay with not knowing and feel like that I can release it. Because if you don't release it, you project it forward and you bring worry forward. And the next time you have an opportunity to either be down here or down there, if you're not just leaving it and saying, I don't know about you, but I'm just gonna leave it here right now. If you are carrying that burden on your back, when you get to this crossroad and you could go up or down, if you're feeling that burden, you're most likely gonna bring in worry. You're gonna reproject the past into your current future or current now, expecting the same outcome, expecting the same negativity. So to delete that, to backspace, no, to remove that, just ding, ding, ding moment. I'm trying to control the pieces. I'm feeling ick about it still. I'm just gonna let it be. Not let it go if you're not ready, not forgive if you're not ready, not find gratitude if you're not ready. You just say, I'm just gonna be okay with letting it be. And what happens is you go from even gratitude and forgiveness and all these feelings into a major sense of calm. And when you are right here, wherever you are, you recognize, looking back on these 21 days, looking back on 2017, even looking back on tough moments in your life, you can feel a sense of calm in just what is. okay? And the things that you can't control, and the things that are happening, and the things that you can control. So this is a major time of reflection. I know I went kind of deep here, but if you're having a down day at this point, I really want to ask yourself, I want you to ask yourself, am I projecting an emotion from the past? And then look at yesterday's broadcast. Well, then I must be wearing those old shoes again. Remember, I changed my shoes. I'm ready for the next step. So guys, I can't wait to read your juicy comments. Like I said yesterday, this is about building momentum into 2018 in the most positive of directions. We are gonna up spiral as a community. We're gonna grow this thing. I can't wait to hit 30,000 people. That is one of my next goals, so help me. Add people. We have so much juicy content that we're working on for our resolution revolution that goes on towards the end of January when everybody falls off their resolutions. We come in with a lifestyle approach, saying fitness, nutrition, mindset, make this lifestyle. So the content that we're working on for January, we're constantly revamping. We're always looking at your feedback. Comment in the comments below. Share this broadcast out. Love you guys so much. Again, I'm about to Uber and hang out onto an airplane. Had to get this in real fast. I will see you tomorrow, either live from New Jersey or Vermont or the road for our 21st day of the 21-day reset. Are you projecting success? How well do you project success? How well do you ooze success when you walk into a room and enter? And are people like, whoa, who is that person? If you want to become that person, how to become that person? That's tomorrow's juicy broadcast. So stay tuned for our 21st day. Love you all. Share, share, share. Have an awesome day. Thank you. Thank you.